We're on the hunt for some good green tomatoes because I don't know about that. Let's go look and see what our options are. I'm cooking fried green tomatoes tonight. Yes, that looks like a good one. And I'm only going to do a couple if I can find big ones, and I see some back through here that I need to pick. And there's another one. Good grief. Oh, over there is it's several. Oh, and I got to show you this while I'm right here. Look right there. It's a watermelon. Okay. Back to what we were doing. That looks like a good one. We'll grab that one. It's starting to blush, but it hasn't blushed completely yet. Should I get 3? Yeah, I'll get 3. I'll get 3. All right, y'all. Let's go in here and get this supper started. Fresh green tomatoes out of the garden. All right, y'all, let's get these tomatoes cut up for fried green tomatoes. Oh, they're gonna be so good, and I am super excited for this. So excited. We don't need that, okay? And I am going to cut mine probably about a 1/2 inch thick. We don't like ours super thick, but we don't like them paper thin either. So I am just going about that thickness. And I could have put this on my mandolin slicer, but I didn't.
Why do they look like green onions?
They don't look like green onions. Are you going to eat some fried green tomatoes?
No.
Don't need that part. So there's that. You're not?
No.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing, little one.
We have just got my homeschool corner set up.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't get it on camera.
No.
Of us getting it set
No,
up.
there's some things that just needs to be us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, I actually really like my homeschool
There's
corner.
about the thickness. Well, one side. There's about the thickness that we like right there. So, let's get this other one. Get down from there, please. Thank you. So, I am ready to get this supper cooked and get out there. It is hotter than Hades outside. I just went out there, y'all saw, to grab these green tomatoes. And y'all, that sun's gonna have to go down before this old girl gets back out there to do too much, because it's hot. And I probably picked way too much green tomatoes, but that's okay. That is fine.
It's going to be fun eating these at least.
Huh?
It's going to be fun eating these at least.
Yeah. Alright, y'all. Now I'm going to cut. I picked some okra last night. I think I may have let a couple of them go too long. We'll see. But I'm going to cut some of this okra up and get it. I'm going to get it seasoned up. Get it to frying up with the fried green tomatoes. Lord, I can't even think straight. I can't think to talk today, apparently. So, and I'm cutting my okra a little bit thicker because I like mine thick. I like mine thick.
Like that.
So, I'm cutting it a little bit thicker. And we're going to see if I can get Oh, that one's too thick. I went too far for that one. Anyway, I'm going to get this done, and then I will get this seasoned up and show y'all how I season my green tomatoes and okra up. Help! Please help! Alright, so I have one that is requesting some roasted potatoes to go with this, and we still haven't dug our potatoes up, so I'm going to use some of these we got at the Mennonite store. They're homegrown, so I'm going to use some of these, and I'm going to go through. I want some about this size because the smaller ones like this I'm saving saving for my smashed potatoes. Sorry, not sorry. I love my smashed taters, and I still haven't made them for myself. So yeah, the smaller ones are going for my smashed taters. So I'm gonna get these rinsed or washed, I should say. That should be plenty. We'll get these washed, and I am going to dice them up, probably quarter them up, and then I'm going to put some melted butter over top of it, some Lowry seasoning salt, and some garlic. Very simple, but very good. And I am going to toss that together, put them in the oven, and I'm going to roast these taters, and they're going to be amazing. I don't know for sure where I found this little brush at. I really don't. But this is the best vegetable scrubber I have ever had. The bristles are like just perfect to clean, and it gets everything off of the potatoes. It leaves them extremely clean, and it doesn't take all day to do it. If you can find one that looks like this, I highly recommend. If I come across where I got this at, I will definitely let y'all know. And I will link it, but I can't remember right off the bat. But yeah, this is amazing. So y'all need to try to find you one of these. Alright, we are just going to cut into these potatoes. And I know I said I was going to quarter them, but some of these are a little bigger than what I thought, I guess. So, cutting them like that. I kind of want all the pieces to be uniform so that they roast evenly. So, yeah. That's how I'm doing it. And, oh, and by the way, welcome back to the channel. And welcome to all you new subscribers. If you are new, or if you have never heard me say, my name is Missy, and little man is Aiden, and we are homesteaders deep in the mountains of East Tennessee. We're on a little blip on the map in East Tennessee, and we have a 2-acre homestead. I am a wife, mom, and nanny. I have 7 grandchildren, and thus our homestead name, 7 Blessings. So, we do all kinds of cooking, southern cooking. We don't eat anything fancy in this house. You will never, ever, ever catch me cooking anything fancy. Southern cooking is what I do. I garden. We have an orchard that we are raising, a garden that we're raising. I freeze, I dehydrate, I put up as much stuff as possible. I also have a prepper pantry, prepper freezers, whatever you want to call those. And I try to keep those stocked, and I try to keep y'all updated with that. I am just an all-around country girl. If you can't find me in the garden or up in the orchard, you can find me right here in the kitchen, because this is where I am most of my time. Every now and then I do take a break, but for the most part we like to be in the kitchen, don't we, Aiden?
Yep.
Yep. So welcome, everybody. I forget to say that every now and then, and it's rude of me, but I forget. So I've got these 2 potatoes I'm not going to do. Let me grab my rag over here, wipe this off. I like to clean as I go, keep everything to where I don't have to worry about it. Whoop. Alright, so let me get some butter melted. Let me grab my garlic and my other stuff. We've got these all chopped up, and we're about ready to put them in the oven. Butter is melted. I'm just going to pour that over top of those potatoes. I use probably 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, because I want to add my seasonings into these potatoes myself. So now I'm going to put see that heaping teaspoonful? Put that in there, maybe just a little bit more, about another half. Okay, we like garlic. We like garlic. And now the Lowry seasoning salt. And I don't have a measurement on this. I just pour until I feel like that is good for us. Okay, I give it a little mix. That butter has went all the way down into the bottom of the bowl. It's got all the potatoes buttered up. I want to help it out just a little bit. Distribute all that garlic. See where I'm at with my seasoning. And I can see I need just a little bit more. Just a tiny bit. Not a whole lot, 'cause I don't want to overpower them. Alright. Oop, we'll set that in front of the camera. So another good stir, just to make sure everything is covered and coated and all that good stuff. And just like that, that's ready. Let me grab my sheet pan. I've just got a sheet pan here, and I've lined it with parchment paper. We're just going to dump these out like that right there. I'm going to get all the garlic out. Like that. And then I'm just going to spread them out. Make sure that they've got plenty of room to roast. I don't want them in there steaming or anything else. I want them roasted. Good and roasted. I want that crunch on them. I want that crispness. I want that good flavor. Woo! Y'all, we're going to eat so good tonight. As I said in my last video, we're going to eat high on the hog tonight. High on the hog. Now, we don't do these just veggie meals very often. Usually we've got to have a protein. But most of the time, once every garden season, we have just a veggie night. And that's just food that came out of our garden, or, you know, that we bought from the farmer's market or the Mennonite market or whatever. And most of this came out of our garden. So I know the potatoes didn't, but the okra And the green tomatoes did, the corn didn't. But the tomatoes, I'm going to slice up some slicing tomatoes. Slice up a cucumber. Those came right out of our garden. All that came right out of ours. So, we're kind of celebrating a little bit tonight. All right, y'all. I'm going to put these in the oven, 400 degrees, for about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on your oven. I can let y'all know how long it took in mine. But again, it's about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on the thickness of your potatoes and how hot your oven gets. All right, we're over here. I'm going to go ahead and turn my eye on so my grease can be heating up. I've got some vegetable oil in my skillet here. We're going to crack and dump out 3 eggs. It may not take all these, but that's okay. We're going to do it like this. That's what Mama always started out with. Let me grab a fork. Of course, I forgot it. Then I'm going to put just a tiny bit of milk, like probably a teaspoon and a half, something like that. We're going to beat these eggs good. Like that right there. We're going to set this off to the side, like that right there. We'll turn that down a little bit. And I am going to grab me, I swear y'all, I thought I had everything over here. I swear. I'm going to grab me a plate right here. I'm going to add, I swear, y'all, I don't want a whole bunch of flour, okay? So I'm going to put maybe 2 tablespoons of flour, okay? Maybe a little bit more, 2.5, okay? And this is all-purpose flour. I don't want a whole lot of flour. I want more of the cornmeal. So we're going to use plenty of cornmeal here. I'm going to get me, and y'all see the size spoons full I am using. It's going to take quite a bit of cornmeal to get all this done. I'm going to get 1 more scoop. I'm going to mix that up with my flour real quick. Like that right there. We're going to add some garlic powder. I don't have measurements on this. Again, I season until I feel like it's good. Some onion powder. And that is not coming out. Alright, we're going to do this. Might be dangerous, but we're going to do it. Ah, it's clumped. It's clumped. So we're going to put a little bit of onion powder right there. We're going to mix that up. And then I'm going to add some paprika. If I can get it open. And I like a little extra paprika in mine. We're going to mix all this up. Like that right there. Alright, I'm going to move this because that is getting too hot too quick. I thought I could be quicker than that, but clearly I was wrong. And then I want some fresh ground black pepper. And just a little bit of salt. And that's going to be what we dip our tomatoes and okra in. We're going to mix that in. And we're just going to spread this around like that right there. Now, we're ready. Put this back on the eye. Turn it back on. Here we go. So here we go. I have no room. None whatsoever. Alright, we're going to dip our tomatoes down into, and I did that backwards. It's supposed to go into the flour and cornmeal mix first. I'm just going to take this hand. We'll do it better next time, I promise. Alright, and then we're going to shake the excess off. We're going to put it in there. This is how we should have done it, okay? Put it into this first, shake it off, run it through the egg, and then back into that. I try to keep a dry hand as much as I can, but you know, sometimes that happens, sometimes it don't. Alright, there's that. Gonna stir all that up in that oil like that, and then we're gonna move all this out the way. We're going to dump our okra into that. Because doing it one little piece at a time will take forever. And doing it with these tongs is going to take forever too. And I don't have forever. And I'm going to show you the trick. Okay? Don't tell nobody. If I can get all this out. There we go. Alright. Here we go. I left half thereabouts on the plate. Put half in the egg. Now I'm mixing it all together by hand. Okay? That's going to get everything good and coated. I promise you it will. It's going to get everything good and coated because there was plenty of cornmeal on there. Plenty of the flour cornmeal mixture. Alright. Y'all ready? Here we go. Don't worry about if it's in clumps or whatever, because as soon as you get this in here, you're going to grab your tongs or your spatula or whatever, and you're going to break it up. Okay? There we go. Okra is a very messy thing to cook. But it's so good to eat. So good to eat. Alright, so I'm just going to take my tongs. I'm going to move it around. I've got my skillet and my oil. I've got it on about medium. Okay? And I am just separating everything out. And now it just needs to sit there. It needs to fry up. It's going to get good and brown and soft. And oh, it's going to be so good. Alright, y'all, that may not be y'all's way of cooking okra. That's my way of cooking okra. That's the way my mama cooked okra. That's the way I'm going to do it. It may not be what y'all do, but that's how I do it. And that's how I'll be doing it to the day I die. Supper's ready, y'all. There's our cornbread, our potatoes, corn, fried green tomatoes, and okra. See how well that okra fried up? Good. There's my plate minus the cornbread. Got to get my cornbread. Let's go eat supper, y'all.